number 6, but Earl Anthony is his opponent.
That's the tough part, Chris.
Although remember, Earl has never won at the Showboat. 7 second-place finishes.
And what a way to open.
Kind of a psych job there, Chris. Teata has always had trouble beating Earl. Teata had a chance to win the Firestone in 1978, and he bowled Earl in the championship round. Earl beat him 237 to 192. Teata never got untracked, and there's certain psychological advantage to Earl Anthony right here in this match.
All right, so it's an open frame. Teata giving himself motivation hand clasp coming back to the settee. Now here he is, Hall of Famer, 41 regular titles, 1 senior, 43 second-place finishes. Would you say, Mr. Weber, that was awesome?
Well, yes, it is. Anytime you watch Earl Anthony bowl, it's awesome. But, you know, he's made such a change in his game. I'm surprised when I first came to Showboat here this year that he's more upright and throwing the ball a little bit harder than he normally does.
Good point, Dick. First thing I noticed also, he's a much longer swing. He's about 9 inches higher with his backswing. It makes his pendulum much longer, and he feels like he needs that on today's lanes conditions, which hook so much more than they did 10 years ago.
Immediately puts the pressure on his opponent, Teata Semiz, jumping out to a 21-pin lead with the double.
The great pin action, head pin to the sideboard, drives out the 3, 6, and 10. Little action on the 7th, and he has Teata in trouble in the early going.
Great comeback. 5-time senior champion, 3 times the regular tour after an open, is striking the 2nd for Teata.
Teata, who has been somewhat confused in his 2 matches out here today, has never really got lined up to the 1-3 pocket. Made a little bit of a change that time. He went harder and straighter towards the pocket, giving up some of that hook ball, and I think that's the smartest thing he can do. We can remember Amleto Monticelli winning here 3 years ago using the same technique. Forget the big hook, go straight at the 1-3 pocket.
All right, and that double puts Teata in good position now. But Anthony is up. 11-pin lead by the native of the state of Washington.
He's got to like it, the trip 4.
Then came the stopper, 7-10, replaying the form and the shot.
Earl quickly up, taking a whack at the 7-pin, unhappy with that shot. And I'll tell you what happened right after we see him go with the 7-pin here is very simply, Chris, he's got a much longer arm swing than he used to have. Now watch Earl's arm swing. He'll lose this ball at the bottom of the swing, something he never did with the short arm swing. See it above his head, and gets his shoulders forward, and that ball just slides off that thumb. I noticed him 3 or 4 times last night lose the ball at the bottom of the swing, and he told me to, before we went on the air, if there's any danger to his game, it's that losing the ball off his thumb. So let's see if he can recover as he's dropped behind Teata Semiz, 4th frame.
Led by 21 at one point. Instead, a 4-6-10.
The feel of the bowling ball, also important. Whether your name's Earl Anthony or anybody else, you must feel comfortable. As you see Earl squeezing the ball a little bit here in the 4th, drifting high, has left the 4-6-10 split. He'll just go for the 6-10, and he'll be in trouble.
All right, we're in the championship match of the Showboat PBA Seniors Invitational. More after this. Well, Dick Weber,
Well, you know, Teata's been fighting that lane all the way through, even in practice. And in fact, that particular shot, he really thumbed the ball, what we call thumb the ball. It's never got the thumb out of the ball at all. And it really an overturned shot, pole shot, terrible bad shot.
And almost more importantly, lost a lot on pin count. When you get a 6 count, then 8 out on the fill ball with a double up, your count drops dramatically, and now he trails Earl Anthony by 4 pins. The action must pick up right here. There's 6 frames left for the championship. Both players proven winners. They'll go right now to the whip, Chris.
Like there. 2 opens for Teata, but that's his 3rd strike in this championship game. Anthony with 2 strikes, 2 opens, now shooting in the 5th.
Earl one of 4 men to go over $1 million. The first man, Pete Weber, one of those players, Roth and Holman.
But the real big millionaire is right here in the booth with us, Dick Weber. Great strike by Earl Anthony. We asked Earl if, after such a superlative career, are there any bowling goals remaining?
Oh, Bo, I don't really have any goals so much. It's just to really, more than anything, not embarrass myself when I come out here. So I've been working very hard on my game. If I can make good shots, I'm happy.
And everybody's glad to see him out. And right now, he can extend his lead to 14 with a strike in the 6th.
A 9.
I don't think he was happy with the shot in the first place, but he really reared up a little bit, hoping to get close to the pocket, but wasn't really great shot at all.
Well, I think you're right there, Dick. Plus, these players aren't in competition year-round like the touring players, and it does show up under the pressure. But it's match play competition, and it's a very tight match. 4-pin difference.